If you take a look at the northernmost point in the U.S., you will find a place called the Northwest Angle. With a population of only 100, spreading out over 14,000 islands, the Angle is home to the Lake of the Woods, the 6th largest lake in the nation. As one of the most remote locations in the States, it is often referred to as the place lost in time.
I don't know how many people up here do set an alarm. It's just a completely different world.
Half of the year, the Lake of the Woods is covered by ice, and the only way to get to the islands is by snowmobile or bombardier.
It's just a matter of taxing, but the trouble is you're taxing on ice, and there's all kinds of obstacles that get you into a problem. I very seldom cuss, but in the winter I cuss all the time. There's something in the environment that makes you cuss.
Thousands of tourists migrate here so they can explore this fishery and ice houses across the lake.
It presents its challenges on making a living here. We have a sincere interest in ice fishing.
When they are not fishing, visitors stay at one of the 3 different lodges in the area. Cherries Lodge, Sunset Lodge, and Flag Island. Recently, Sunset Lodge has been purchased by local ice fishing guide Joe Cooper.
Life around here is definitely a different pace. This is it for me, so we're very excited about what's going to come with this resort.
Cooper and his staff have hired 2 new staff members from the city and hopes to increase business with a fresh new take on the traditions of the Northwest Angle.
If I had to pick where Sunset would fall in the pecking order, it would be on top.
The citizens of the Angle claim that life on the ice is better and simpler. Even with bitter cold winds, 40 below temperatures, and remote access to civilization.
How many people can say they've breastfed their baby while ice fishing on a frozen lake in northern Minnesota?
I guess I agree with them. There's nothing quite like the great white North.
You know, I've been here for 12 plus years. I've done everything from bartend to clean toilets to all the wires and pipes and stuff. I know it all. So Coop just bought this place, and they seem to fly under the radar here, but they don't understand what an important sprocket I am in the cog of this wheel. I don't know about these 2 new guys. Apparently they're their friends, coming from somewhere. Do I feel passed over? Is that what you're asking me? No, I don't feel passed over. Maybe a little bit. I don't know if they're my bosses now, and I guess they're gonna guide. You have to know how to fish. And the one's gonna be a cook. Cooper! Cooper! I can cook. I know how to fish. You know, I can do anything around here.
How you doing? Welcome. Can I get you a drink or something?
You guys pay for this stuff?
When we met Grandy, bit of a rough start there.
You work here?
Yeah, no, we're up here for Coop. We work for Cooper.
What's going on? You know, we charge for drinks and people have to pay for them, and I don't think they were doing that. Really?
Guys, you're here.
Oh.
Coop! Made it across the lake. How was the drive? Good to see you. Definitely.
Oh, man.
You know, I've seen them all come and go. And the thing about living up here in the Angle is things can get lonely, and what are they gonna be like in a week? Oh, I wanna run down to Walmart. It's a long ways to Walmart from here. I've been to Walmart twice in my life.
These are going to be our new employees at the resort.
We got to meet Grandy. I guess he does everything here. Kind of a crabby old guy. Quite frankly, scares me just a little bit.
Fish are biting?
I like to think he's that teddy bear guy that's really gruff on the exterior but warm on the inside, but I'm not 100% sure that he's not a little bit cold all the way through.
All right, guys. Let's go get your stuff set up in the cabins and...
'Cause I can see what's gonna happen. These guys are gonna get homesick and wanna leave, or it's too hard to work, or they don't know what they're doing. Who are they gonna call? Grandy. Give me 10 minutes and I'll go out and I'll catch you a fish, and then I'll go help the guy in the kitchen cook breakfast. I guess we'll just see how it works out.
I'm telling you that right now, at this moment, I am happy. It's like a lunar landing out here. It's like you're on the moon.
You think you're gonna catch a fish?
Oh, a fish. I will catch the fish. You got minnows? Did you bring them?
When you're sitting in the fish house, it's a great place to have business meetings. You kind of see a different side of people when they get a fishing rod in their hands.
It's looking like we got 16 people fishing tomorrow.
Bite it. Bite it.
You gotta make sure everybody has minnows. You gotta make sure every house has minnows in it.
16 people go into how many houses?
So we're gonna need 5 houses tomorrow.
The winter fishing business is a big thing for everybody in the area.
John is a pretty outspoken guy.
Just have to keep a close eye on him.
You know, a guy will say, there's no fish here, we need to move right now. What would you say?
I'd say perhaps you didn't wash your hands this morning.
You know, that's most of the time not the right thing to do, I would say.
I would say honesty is the best policy. That's always the rule.
All right, so let's do it this way. Dave and I are gonna be a husband and wife. I don't know, honey, I think we need to move here.
What color's her hair?
I'm not happy about fishing. It doesn't matter what I look like. I could have a bag on my head. My wife needs to catch fish. I brought her all the way up here.
Maybe if you treat her with the respect she deserves, that you wouldn't be having these issues and you'd be happy in the house you're in.
This has nothing to do with fishing. So Dave isn't my wife anymore. I'm a father. I've got 6 kids in the house with me.
Okay, right there, that's your mistake. Maybe you should have stopped at 1.
You may have overwhelmed them a bit with information on how to get things done.
I think you're missing the point here.
I don't think I am.
I think the point is we need to have happy customers.
So we get this meal done, and then we got to go deliver it to the fishermen.
We're catching fish in here. Close the door. Don't let the heat out. Close the door.
And I'm thinking, holy smokes, he's gonna give me an earful when I get back, because he did not look happy or comfortable.
You're driving then?
I will drive.
That was the first of, I assume, many trips. I don't get a helmet.
I'll break your wind.
I was holding on for dear life because this nice lady, she was to the wall. Hopefully I can do it by myself eventually and not have to ride with her. That would probably be a good thing.
At least you should have been doing this with me. All right.
So we're a day into this thing, and these guys are stealing equipment from the lodge.
I've done this dozens of times, so consider this initiation.
John had this trip down to his skivvies. They had a little hole cut in the ice. He just had to wrap a rope around you so that when you hit the water and you died, that they could at least get the body out.
Hop in, sunshine.
He did it. You gotta be wired different to live here. And I don't know how those guys are wired. They don't look wired right. They, you know.
You'd do anything, I say, wouldn't you?
I just wanted to practice driving it.
Yeah, well, don't do it again.
Wow. I'm sorry. It was bad enough we were at his bar having a beer. The next thing I'm crashing his bomber and... Holy smoky, you got some gumption in her here now, look at this. Look at this, it handles like a dream. I don't know how fast I'm going because it's probably not a speed limit out here, but...
John thought it would be a good idea to just take it for a test drive. Ah, let's go for a ride. I did not agree.
Oh, crap, oh!
Keep it, come on! Son of a bitch. Dude, seriously. They're gonna kill us.
They shouldn't have been in the Bombardier to begin with. They're stupid. I guess I don't know how to put it any different than that. It's not that difficult to drive one of those. They go 10 miles an hour. How do you...
Something and it just stopped. And then no matter how hard we tried, we couldn't. We did a lot of troubleshooting, but it just something mechanical, I suppose.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna pull this thing out.
And one of you is gonna get wet tonight. You're jumping in the lake.
All right. I had to take my medicine.
Way you go. Where's your shoes? Give me shoes.
And it didn't taste good. Bad medicine.
Come on, let's go warm you up. I can't wait to tell Coop that you did this.
Cold medicine.
Thought we weren't gonna say anything to Coop. Let's go.
Look at this, up to 244, Dave.
All 244 views are you.
Those are nice pliers. I was born and raised in and on the water.
You really watching yourself again?
We get one going on this computer too. Having an opportunity to own the Sunset Lodge is just really a dream come true for me. Looks like the Sorensen group just dropped down from 12 to 6. A little bit nervous, a lot of anxiety.
We've got to try to fill that, otherwise that's going to cut us short for the rest of the month.
Dave's a little bit more methodical. He thinks it out for me, and then I get out there and do it.
Yeah.
And the last order of business is the big hockey game this week. Whoever wins the game hosts Winterfest.
It would be important if we could host the event. It would help out our income and it would be good for everybody in the area.
A lot of money at stake, a lot of time that we're putting into this. Man, I'm beat. It's been some long days. These printers are driving me crazy. Oh, we gotta get Grandy on these. We're really happy to have Grandy at the resort. He knows the mechanical aspects of the resort inside and out. Grandy, what's happening, man? You know, sometimes these wires will come loose on there.
I know how it works. I know how it works. There's more to running a lodge than catching fish. I certainly don't think they know what they've gotten themselves into already. Well, it's gonna need to be working tomorrow. We need 2 tubes of grease. You know, they got to do their job so I can do my job.
Need any antifreeze or anything?
I've been taking care of it, so. All right.
This is way more than I thought we were gonna be getting into here. You know, I need to get out there and wet a line.
Welcome to the 13th annual Puck-Off Finals held at the Northwest Angle on the Lake of the Woods.
The hockey game is a great example of just the guys getting together as one angle unit.
With all the lodges competing in this tournament, the stakes were high, and especially for newcomer Joe Cooper and his team at Sunset Lodge.
Our hockey rink we had been working on got flooded out, and so we were forced to play boot hockey, but this is a really important time for us to get some business to the resort.
His goal was to take home the prize of hosting Winterfest, and more importantly, the 50-year-old stuffed McKeever beaver.
The beaver, it kind of gives me a peek into another day and time. I have no doubt that there's going to be people trying to get a piece of that beaver.
His new guide, John, would be the goon enforcer, and his cook...
Say it! I'm a brick wall! You brick wall! Brick wall! Yeah, you're brick wall!
...would be the goalie.
Good game, flag. You guys move on to the finals against Sunset.
Come on, guys, we want that McKeever beaver!
The game started off quick. Sunset's veteran employee, Grandy, scored the first goal in no time. But Flag Island was quick to retaliate.
It doesn't matter who we play. We just take it day by day and do what we got to do out there to win.
The rest of the game was a blur.
Like you took my spot? Yeah. Huh? I'll show you your spot.
There were fights on the ice, shotgun and beers, and a local dog stole the puck for a 10-minute delay.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Take him out!
Then in the last period, Cooper took fate into his own hands and scored the winning goal.
I tipped it! I scored! I tipped it!
By hosting Winterfest, the biggest event of the year, Sunset is off to a great start.
Yeah, baby, yeah! Sunset in your face! You want some of this? You got nothing! Get out of here! Woo!
Cooper and his team plan to have a banner year while embracing the traditions of the Great White North.